unfortunately, the more I try not to, the more this seems like it's going to be another rear brake episode. Alright, it's a fresh shipment of junk. Let's go through this real quickly. New stainless steel brake lines for the rear, but these are for if you have drums already. Hopefully these will work. I bought a wire tap. These are Anti-Moan braces. These might be exactly what I already bought. They look like they might be, but we will see. And then I just bought some rando fuel line for a couple of different things I gotta do. These might be exactly the same as these. These I bought off eBay. Okay, no, they're different. Look. Alright, so these might be more of what I need. That's good. I'm not sure I want to devote this video to being another brake video. So now this has to be bent 90 degrees. All right, so as you're bending this, you want to make sure you don't kink it. And for those wondering, yes, the instructions do say to put a 90-degree bend in this. But here we go. Threading in. Oh yeah. Brain's kind of all over the place today. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Look at that. It looks a little kinked there, but it's not, so that's good. All right, let's do the other side. Oh, wow. Wow. Holy sh**. I'm gonna flatten out that first bend first. Try to ignore my husky in the background there. Huskies in the background. Okay. So we've caught the thread. I am not all there today. Punching myself in the face. Injuring my knee. You know what I need is a set of flare wrenches. Alright. Cool. So that looks good too. Alright. So now we're connected from the axle back here. It goes all the way up to the front. Really, the only thing that's left is Anti-Moan braces. Alright, so what is this? This is a Anti-Moan brace. It is designed to triangulate the rear brake bracket with the like put these on first. if you're doing this. Okay, before I do this, let me just take off. Take that out. Take this off. Now for this. Okay, so let's do this. The purpose of the anti-moan braces is so that when you go in reverse, it doesn't sound like a whale in heat. There we go. Okay. All right. So let's get these threads started on here. Okay, 1, 2. We're going to leave that there while we tighten this band clamp back up. Worm clamp, sorry. Let's get you back on here. Actually get one bolt back in. Like seriously, just do this right from the beginning. Don't have the sleazy curse. Ugh, need a lift. I could tighten the bottom one a little bit just to pull this in. Okay, no, that got worse. That got a lot worse. I think I mentioned before that I think that I could have gotten the old ones to work, and I still believe that. I think I could have, but whatever. So what I'm doing, make sure that I have the caliper where it needs to be, and then I'll tighten this so that it doesn't affect the geometry. Just make sure we close the gap on these, because there is a little bit of a gap. And you also want to make sure that the bolts don't protrude all the way through into the kind of bind up in here. So you get this nice little sandwich of metal here. That's what we're looking for. Now I'll tighten all this up, put the line back on, and we'll be done with this side. Let's put this back on. Another thought, if you're putting these on for the last time, you may want to consider putting a little blue Loctite on them. All right, anybody remember what we did last time? Because I kind of don't. Okay, we took these off. You into your home. Go into your home. There we go. Oh, I think we did it. I think we lined it up. This is basically just one big sandwich at this point. Again, consider putting a little blue Loctite on these things. I'm almost sure I'm going to have to take all this apart again, which I will do off camera. You don't want this stuff to come like rattle loose or whatever, so. Okay. All right, that looks good. Nice and tight. It's my other knee. this side is done. Yeah, so that's really solid. This is all triangulated here. This is super solid. I put these nice little clamps on. We're good up there. Minus the parking brake, I think we're pretty much done back here. Except for when it inevitably leaks when I put some pressure to it. It occurs to me, I think I said last week that I'd finished the rear brakes, but nothing could be further from the truth. At any rate, I got these new rear brake lines. I forget how these go, but we should give these a try. So I think this goes through here. The reason why I'm not entirely sure is because these are swap cables. Okay, there we go. All right. So now let's pull this through. There we go. Now we have to get this on. Yep, there we go. Okay, so this is gonna go up through here. Alright, well, it doesn't really seem like it, but come on, it's a little bit longer. There we go. Okay. Look how long this is. I guess this clips up here like this. So here's what I came up with. I got one of these with a 1/4-20 bolt. There's this 1/4-20 threaded hole here. So I am going to try to zizz this on and we'll see if that holds it in place. All right, so there's room for this to move, I suppose. All right, let's leave that like that. This tip comes from the 8-9 garage as well as Big Stick Stangs. You take a piece of, this is fuel line, 3/16 fuel line. I have sliced it on both sides. I put a slice down the middle. What we'll do is this, we'll just thread this through to the other side. So now that'll keep that nice and comfy so it won't rub against anything. I'm going to do that in a couple other spots as well. This comes through here. Face. I've taken enough of a beating today. Oh yeah. There we go. Through here we go. Cool. So now these two connect right up to the handle there. Oh, these things are so sharp. Where's my pushy stick? Oh my god. Pushy stick. Pushy stick. How else I'm going to injure myself today. There we go. I knew that was going to happen. This is not the right tool for this. I'm going to do the same thing over here with this. You got to line these things up pretty aggressively. I might put a nut on the other side. I'm not sure. We'll figure that out later. See if we can do this. Okay. Check it out. I really want to pull on this and see what happens. Man, this thing is ugly. I'm gonna have to maybe spray this in place. Ugh. I'm not gonna test it until. Oh my God! Look at this. I'm not gonna test it until I have everything pressurized and ready to go. Let's do something else. All right, so I don't really have anything left to do in the back that I know of offhand. I did order a U-bolt for the, what do they call it? The axle mount brake. You know what I'm talking about. The thing I screwed up last week. So I bought a U-bolt for it, and it's got a crossbar that I can drill 2 holes through and to try to solidly mount something underneath. So I'm gonna do that probably next week because it's not gonna be here for a little bit. Yeah, so I think what I can do now is actually put the rear wheels on. I think I could put the front wheels back on and start reassembling the firewall area, which just basically means putting the insulation back on, steering shaft, and pedal box back in. That might be next week. Hey, so while I have you here, and since this is another brake video that most people are probably going to skip right past, this is just between you and me. I'm going to show you an anomaly in my sockets. I have a really old Craftsman socket set. I don't really like to show people my tools because I don't like being tool shamed. You don't like it either. Don't lie. I'm going to show you one of my favorite sockets. Right off the bat, I will show you that I have these sets. And you can see I try to keep them with the numbers facing up. I can just find whichever I'm looking for right away. All well and good. Same with my standard. Great, these all look fine, right? When you get to the deeps, so here's my 3/8, great, 7/16, ½ inch, 9/16. What is this one? It doesn't say. Nowhere on the socket does it say what it is. You and I both know that between 9/16 and 11/16 is 5/8, right? Great. So why isn't it on there? If you look really closely at this, you can see that this, however they were engraving these, it got really light. So this particular socket must have moved or something, or the tool just didn't grab it right. So it's missing the CRA from the Craftsman. And unfortunately, it's also missing the sizing from the other side. If this was like a coin or something, this would be worth a lot of money. But no, it's just a socket, so it's completely worthless once you buy it. Just keep that between us, okay? I kind of sped through this last time I did this. I don't know, I was in a rush or something. Kind of want to just tighten these up a little bit. Alright, so I use the big one at the bottom. By the way, when you get good tools, hold on to them. These gear wrench are probably from when the gear wrench first started. My brother bought these for me for Christmas one year. I want to say maybe 99. Now there might be some kind of torque setting for this. I don't know. I just tighten it till it's almost flattened out. I think that's fine. Yep, that's good. Alright, so that looks pretty good actually. It's lined up there. Alright, so this one gets a little snug. I think we're good there. Is this what I punched myself in the face with last time? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so I think all that's left is really to put it back on its wheels here. But I'm not going to do that yet. I want to finish up the steering in the front, and we'll do all that at the same time. All right, I'm gonna actually put a pin in this one here. While I did really want to get something else done besides those brakes, I'm glad we got closer to finishing it. But I feel like I could just throw those wheels right on the back and the front as well. There's really nothing left to do except maybe tighten stuff up pre-first test drive, which is not close. Yeah, so we made a little bit of progress. Sorry, it's another brake video. So next week, hopefully we'll start putting the inside firewall back together. I'm happy with how the POR 15 came out. It's pretty tough. I'm gonna put the insulation back in, put put the steering shaft in, brake pedal, and then hopefully steering shaft as well, and then we'll be able to put the front wheels on and push it out. Again, no idea why we want to push it out so bad, but it'd be a really cool milestone if we could do that. Cool, so thanks for watching, have a great week, and I will see you next time. Oh my God. Ready? Yeah, we got it. All right. Stupid fingers, just not strong enough. Ah, heart bit me.